Back in February 2023, a woman in Singapore accidentally transferred $2,888 to a stranger. The stranger claimed that they didn't receive the money and so she lost the $2,888. So, what can you do if you pay now money to a wrong person? So, with more of us going completely cashless, it's common to transfer funds to the wrong people or even transfer the wrong amount. Heck, even a business might charge you wrongly. Just recently, a person was charged $2,020.90 for a ribeye steak in Singapore because the cashier had accidentally keyed in 20 twice, as the steak was supposed to be $20.90. The amount has been refunded, but of course it's a rich man problem.
Yeah lor, you also don't have $2,000 to deduct.
No lah.
Oh, cause you also don't have money to eat in restaurant?
No lah.
Oh, poor thing, you don't have money to eat steak.
No.
You don't have money to eat
Yeah.
You're pregnant
Yeah, which begs the question, can we get the bank to reverse the transfer? After all, it's very stressful nowadays where I have to pay now to the hawker and then the bank app takes forever to load. Wow, stress, oh, stress. I'm so hungry. So what do we do if we pay now to the wrong people, or more broadly, do an e-transfer of any funds to the wrong account? Can't the bank just, U-turn? Here's the thing, MAS has this thingy known as the E-Payments User Protection Guideline. But the key guide there is on what the financial institution, which in this case is usually the bank, should do. You see, to put it simply, when you transfer money, it's like gong bilang passing 6 rows of gohyong, which is money to Dan Ziwei. So just think of banks as a place for the both of them to be in to pass the gohyong to each other safely. Cause they cannot do it openly, like in the office If not, everyone will smell it, and trust me, everyone will be hungry. Yo, David, your last warning, don't always buy chicken rice and then eat at your desk. So here's the thing, if Gong Bilang pass it wrongly to Jonathan Lim instead of Dan Ziwei, who should you look for? The place man? No ma. So basically the e-payments user protection guideline doesn't help much cause it just have a guideline on what banks should do, which is in this case to contact Jonathan Lim and to tell him Gong Bilang didn't intend to give him the gohyong. That is the reasonable effort that banks can take, which means if you are Gong Bilang there's really nothing much you can do since you should have looked carefully to ensure that it's Dan Ziwei and not Jonathan Lim cause just think about it if all of a sudden after transferring money to my wife I want to reverse the transaction cause we have a quarrel that night, can meh? So what can you really do if you are Gong Bilang? Looking back at the same example there's not much option but here's the thing, that place must have a CCTV to show that Jonathan Lim did take the gohyong, right? And if Gong Bilang can prove that she didn't intend to give Jonathan Lim the gohyong and Jonathan Lim still eat the gohyong, then it can be considered theft which can be a criminal offense cause it's like Jonathan Lim walking and then find gohyong on the table in a hawker center. Take it and then eat it, agar around the same which now begs a question if that's the case does that mean that after watching nearly 3 minutes of this video the answer to the title is this you cannot force the banks to transfer back. Thank you for the ad revenue. Now if you did learn something consider subscribing and also watch this video to be slightly smarter.